Okay, it's running. Really, Russ, it's really a pleasure to have this opportunity to speak to you. You are in England, I am in France,
Yeah.
so we are not very far. Perhaps first question, just for the beginning of the interview, can you give me a little presentation of you, Russ Ballard, who you are, and
Yeah.
just
Hi, my name is Russ Ballard. I'm a musician, a guitar playing pianist, songwriter, publisher, producer of music.
Yes, you do many things in your life and in all your career. It's quite incredible. So perhaps my first question will be about April, at the end of April, because you will do a new tour in Dutchland. I see that you will play in some 8 gigs, Hamburg, Munich, München, Ludwigsburg, Karlsruhe. Freiburg. How do you feel just before this tour in Dutchland?
I find it very exciting, Pascal. I really enjoy it. It's something, when I first got into music, when I was 13, 14, I started a band at like 14 years old. And it is it was exciting then, and it's just as exciting now to play live, to go out and play, to tour, and you have the audience sing back to you, sing your songs back to you, sing the choruses. Uh, it's it's fantastic.
Yes, because you always, finally, always play on stage. I see what all the show you did with all your bands, in solo, of course, too. How do you do to be so good on stage after so many years and to be in a really, you are like Mick Jagger, in a great form.
Yeah,
He's a
I,
little older than you, but
he's
it's
older than me.
incredible.
He's older. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is older.
Eh,
I've been doing this for many years. I'm very fit. I'm physically fit, so I run every day and I try to keep fit. I'm vegan. I've been vegan. I've been vegetarian for 45 years. Uh, so I'm fit, but I still love to play. I play every day. I still write songs. I play guitar, play piano, and I'm always working. And I think the key is passion. To
Uh-huh.
be passionate about, you find a passion in your life, and it's a different life with passion. You know, you don't want to go to war when you're passionate about music.
Hmm. Yes, that's what we feel in your music, that the passion is always here. I see that you play one of the last gig you did, it was in Naples, in Italy,
Yeah, yeah.
an acoustic gig.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
two
there
weeks
are a lot
ago.
of bands. How was it to play acoustic? Do you appreciate that kind of, it's little different, that electric and with a whole band behind you?
It's different. It's easier with a band. It's easier because when you're playing just with a guitar, but for guitar and voice, you have to keep that rhythm going. You can't play lead. You can't play lead guitar while you're playing rhythm. If you stop playing rhythm, you stop playing and there's nothing there. So it's not easy. It's not easy, but I really enjoyed it. It's great. The audience in Napoli were fabulous, fabulous audience, and they were we got on really well. You see, when you play a show, the wonderful thing about playing a live music is that when you play, it goes to the audience, comes back from the audience to the audience, back to the audience, back. And they're not thinking about their problems. You're not thinking about your problems. You're just in that moment.
Uh-huh.
You're in that hour. It's magical.
Magical, like this new album.
Ah,
Uh, it's a great
thank,
album.
thank,
You come back
thank you.
finally. 10 years after the last solo album you did. It was in 2015. It's called Good to Be Here, the last album you did. The new
Was
one.
that 10 years? Wow. Wow. I'd never realized it was 10 years.
Time
That's
is passing
crazy.
very fast. It's called Song from the War House, and it's a double CD. There is also a rewire of all your hits single, all these incredible songs. Was it easy? Finally, I speak about the first part, the first CD, your original song. Was it easy after so many years to write songs? Do you work a lot on the composing, the writing? Do you take your time? How was it for you?
I don't find it hard, Pascal. I find it pretty easy to write. I enjoy writing, and I'm always writing. So I was writing through the pandemic when the COVID hit the world. I was writing through that, so I had lots of songs on the drive in my computer. Lots of songs, lots of. I could go back and listen to some songs, and I thought, yeah, that's good. I'll use that song. I'll use this song. I'll put this new song with that. Can put this song on there. Put this song on there. So yeah, I mean, the hardest thing now is to find is to find the titles, to find the feel. When you get older, it's not as easy to write about love. It's not so easy to write about me and you and go away from me. Come to me, I love you. Go away from me, I don't love you. Because it doesn't concern me now with my life. But I try to write other songs about life, about things that happen in our lives, and things the deep things within our feelings, and so it's more interesting to try to find something new to write about. There's a song on this album called Charlatan.
Mhm.
And it's the idea of singing about charlatan. I was trying to find things to write about. And I thought, the idea of somebody calling me a charlatan and I'm saying to her in the chorus, you call me a charlatan. Okay, I won't make a fuss. There's a charlatan in all of us.
Yes, of course, there are always charlatans everywhere, and perhaps
Everywhere there's a charlatan. So I won't make a fuss. I'll walk away. I walk away. It's okay. Yeah. So it's good to find when you find that song. It's easy to do a love song, but if I did it now, it wouldn't have. It's not part of my life. Falling in love. Love is a big part of my life, but falling in love is not a part of my life anymore. Not falling. I don't believe in falling in love.
so
I believe in love, not falling in love.
yeah, you are in love, but not falling.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it's a one way. It's a different, yeah, really different.
It's a different thing. Falling
It
in love, a falling in love is nature having its way, nature's way of procreation. Nature has to procreate. So we could fall in love over and over and over again because nature wants us to make babies. Nature has its way. But, but the real love, with real love, we love everybody. Everybody you can feel, because you realize falling in love is something different. But real love is always action. You're giving love. You're always there for the other person. You're always there. You can love a stranger. You just help a person across the street. That's love. You go next door and you say, can I get something for you? Can I help you? That's love, But
yeah.
falling in love is different. That's nature having its way.
Yes, we are when we are falling in love, we are like animals,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
a
yeah,
way, in a way,
yeah, yeah. It's true.
we are sort of a hunter,
It
but
doesn't make us
yes,
bad people, Pascal.
what?
It doesn't mean we're bad people
No, no, of
because we
course,
act like animals.
yeah, animals in a good way,
Yeah, yeah. There's nice
I
animals.
have a lot of animals that are great
Yeah.
animals, you know. Yes, yes, in the good way, of course. Yes, I just see that just now it was but I think today or yesterday you get a new single since you've been gone. Really a
Yeah.
great classic. It's just coming out. It's a great song that a lot of bands cover, like Rainbow, but there are a lot of there are also Alcatrazz, Impelliteri. I see Brian May do a cover on stage. I see that it was great. Do you know? Do you remember when you are writing this song? And do you feel something magic when you're writing this song at this moment? I
Yeah,
suppose it
I
was a
did.
long
I
time.
did. I wrote it in 1975, Pascal.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago, and it was a very quick song to write. I just had the idea. I put I put a lot of things into the lyric that happened to me. You know, I get the same old dream, same time every night, fall to the ground, and I wake up.
Mm.
Oh, I get out. You know, that's what happens to everybody. I'm sure everybody's had that dream of falling, bang, and you wake up, and as you've hit
Yeah.
the ground. I think it's common to most people. They have that dream. And you know, in the middle when it goes, these four walls are closing in. Think of the fix you put me in. Well, that's the classic horror film when you're in prison, you're stuck in this cell, and the walls come closing in from both sides. All sides, they're closing in on you. That's another dream that I had as well. So I put that in there too. You know, and I'm out of my head, can't take it. That's how I felt I
Mm.
when I used to fall in love. When I was a kid, I used to fall in. I fell in love when I was like when I was 12, 13. You know, you fall in love with this young love. Even then, it's not a sexual love. It's just
Mm.
you fall for a person. You know,
Yeah.
I fell for a couple of girls when I was young, and I remember staying awake all night. I thought, I remember this girl getting hold of me and kissing me on the lips, and I stayed awake all night, sweating
Mm.
and thinking and not being able to get back to sleep. I was so excited by it, you know, it was a mad thing. And then she packed me up, finished with me. And so then it's out
The
of my
poor
head,
even later.
out of my head.
Yeah, it was a. How do you explain finally that a lot of bands like Rainbow, Alcatrazz, with Ingrid Malmsteen at this time, the guitar, choose to cover this song in Impelliteri? I say there are also different artists like Mary Carey and everything like that. But how do you explain that so hard rock band? I will say I will don't say metal because at this time it was hard rock cover this song and love this song and you play this song on stage. I see in London with a Rainbow, Richie Blackmore, and some
Yeah.
years ago.
Well,
I see
yeah,
the video.
I had, it was nice at the O2 in London. And Richie asked me if, and Richie's manager got in touch with me and said, you know, as we're playing in London, would you like to come and be a guest? So I said, yeah. I said, yeah, it'd be nice to speak with Richie, you know. And I got to the O2, and I sat while he was doing the sound check with the band. I sat in the he had Ronnie Romero singing then. I sat in the chairs, long way back. He didn't know I was there, you know. And my friend who was with me said, "You better go and say hello to Richie." But I wanted to hear his sound check, you know. So I went on the stage and we had a really good chat about life, because we had a very similar young life. You know, we were
Mm.
doing the same kind of sessions together with the Outlaws. I played in the Outlaws before him. And then Richie played in the Outlaws. I played in there when I was 15 in that band. And then he played in there after me. And we spoke about these things, about Joe Meek Studios, about Hines, um, about Screaming Lord Sutch, about everything. We were just talking about everything, you know. And I went on and did Since You've Been Gone with him and the band. But I was a guest, but I went on with them. Yeah.
Yeah, but I see it was great. You sing with Ronnie together, the same microphone. It was incredible. The version it was really great.
Yeah,
Uh, about your album, solo album, you choose Resurrection for the first clip, for the first single. Very
yeah,
important
yeah,
to present new songs that you write.
yeah,
Is it the song opens the CD, but is it a song important for you, Resurrection?
yeah. I mean, I wrote it with my friend, my friend that plays guitar in my band. He plays guitar, and he's been coming round to my house. He lives about 70 miles away from me, but he phoned me and said, Russ, I'd like to come down and, maybe we could sit and play and maybe go for dinner in the evening, which is what we did. But he turned up and he knew that I would like him to come with some kind of um, in, inspiration, some inspiration, and he walked in and said, I got a title. I got a title. I said, what's the title? He said, Resurrection. I said, brilliant. Sat down. I played these chords on the piano. He picked up the guitar and we sang, together. Press play, press record, and we were off, and easy. It was easy to do, and it's the single, yeah.
What is the idea behind this title, Resurrection? Uh, we could think about many different things, but for you, what is the idea in your lyrics when you say resurrection?
In my head, yeah, it could mean many things. That's what I liked about the title, the idea of resurrection, in as much as uh, it was a love resurrection. The idea of, I was down, feeling bad. And you were my resurrection. Somebody
Mm,
comes along, and it can be a love thing where somebody comes along and heals you, or somebody comes along and makes you, it just takes away that thing, which it's happened to me. We've all felt low, we've all felt sad, and we've often been down, but we always come through. We always come through those times. That's that is uh, that is something that happens to everybody in life. The
mm,
idea of feeling low, going down and getting better. To me, that's a resurrection. And I'm
mm.
saying it was you, my resurrection. It doesn't matter who it was, but it was you. It was that person there in front of me that was the resurrection. That was the
Uh,
idea.
uh-huh. Yes, it was very important to get some people to help you in some times
Yeah,
for the resurrection. Yeah,
exactly.
to
Yeah,
yes, I was surprised, not really too much, but a little, when I see you choose to record all your standard, because we often people say, a lot of people, fans, and that to touch to the standard is very could be very dangerous. Uh, what
yeah,
what
yeah, yeah.
what was the idea for you when you choose to record all this classic winning God gave rock and roll to you, of course, voices, surrender, I surrender, use it too. There are many it you get in your life. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. Well,
uh,
you see, when I in my life, since I had a hit with Three Dog Night with Liar, which was a long time ago, and since then, after that, I had another one with Since You've Been Gone, and then I had New York Groove, and I had quite a few hits at the time coming out. And from then on, people were saying to me, "Why didn't you record these yourself? Why don't you go make an album, do some new songs?" And do these songs and put them all on one album. They've been saying this to me for 45 years, 50 years even. And I decided to do it because I thought this is a nice kind of legacy. It will be a legacy album. You know,
mhm.
I don't intend to go yet, by the way. I don't
Yeah.
intend to kick the bucket.
So finally, it was easy to re-record all this classic for you. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, but I do them on this. I've done them on the stage for on and off for all my
uh,
life. You know,
yeah.
since they were written. Yeah,
Yes, about so there is 13 new songs
yeah, yeah.
on your
It's
so
it's very good value, Pascal.
yeah, you write
It's
a lot
very
of
good
songs,
value.
13 new songs and 12 classic songs, I will say. Is there a song on the new songs that you write for the first CD? Is there some song who are very important for you? Uh,
Yes, yes. There was a song. There's a song on there called. I wrote it. It was a story. I saw it on the BBC News, and it was about a girl in a family. She was 12 years old. I think she was 12 years old. She had a young sister who was 8. She had a brother, I think about 5, and a mother had multiple sclerosis, which is in a wheelchair. She can't walk. She can hardly talk. And so this girl was getting up. It was a news item. She
mm,
used to get up every day from bed. First thing she did was wash her mother. She washed her sister, wash her little brother, get them breakfast, get mother breakfast, get them dressed. And then you'd see her walking the kids to school. And I thought, God, this
no.
kid, what an amazing kid. I felt emotional watching this, you know. And so I wrote a song about her, and it's called Courageous.
Uh-huh.
You're young and you're so strong, a mother to
Uh,
your brother for so long.
uh,
Courageous girl, you don't see sadness, only grace, girl.
uh-huh.
Always there to care for your sister. Now your mother is gone. Courageous, courageous girl. You know, it's one of those.
It was a yeah, it was a very positive feeling about for this girl to help his family and everything like that. To
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
uh,
That's it. That's it. Yeah,
uh,
that was
we
the idea.
yes, we feel that in your in the song. We feel something like that, you know, when you sing. You when you sing, it was a is there finally on all the songs? I mean, you because there are many songs now with all these 2 CD. Is there a song who have been a challenge to record or to write for the new songs?
No, now the only song I found, it's a strange one because I wrote God Gave Rock and Roll to You many, many years ago. You know, I mean, I wrote it 18 years before Kiss
Ah,
recorded it. But when it
yeah.
came, and I play it live on the stage. My son is the engineer on the album, and he's the most fantastic engineer. My favorite engineer. I've used everybody as engineers in my life. I've used them all. Um, and my son's amazing, but he knows me really well. And I found it difficult to play the finger stuff, all this acoustic guitar at the front. I just couldn't play it in front of my son because there was nothing playing with me. It was a click, 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 and I said, sorry, I've got to do it again. That was the hardest thing for me to do. And suddenly it came to me and I played it right the way through. But that was the hardest thing for me to do, the most embarrassing thing in front of my son as well, you know.
Yes, yeah, God gave rock and roll to you. It's a really, it's a little your story because finally
Yes,
God gave you everything with rock and roll.
yes,
Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's the story in the song, finally.
yeah. If you want to be a singer or play guitar, man, you got to sweat or you don't get far because it's never too late to work 9 to 5. And
Mm.
if you're young, you'll never be old. Music can make your dreams unfold. How good it feels to be alive.
Yeah, it's really that because you yes you say that and finally you stay young, always stay young with
Yeah, well,
music.
I think music, you know, it's a great thing because I've got a lot of young friends. I play music with a lot of young friends. They're much younger than me, but there isn't There's no generation gap between us. You
Mm.
know, we're like friends. We go out for dinner, and music is the key to keep us together, you know, as friends.
Yes, what I see about your story, because it's a long story, well, like we say at the beginning, you begin at 14 years. You write your first songs. It was for the Shadows, finally. It's incredible story. 14 years, and you get a hit with the Shadow. It was the sound of the Shadow, something like that. It was in 1964. Uh, what about this incredible story? It's the beginning, finally, of everything for you. I don't hear you. I think,
You don't hear me now.
yeah, it's good. It's good,
You
good.
don't hear me now.
Now,
Yeah, I was playing piano when I was 8 years old.
yeah.
And then I started to learn guitar at 12. So by the time I was 14, I was playing quite good guitar. And I wrote this instrumental. I had a band and we went into a studio in London. And we put this, because the Shadows were really big at the time. They were a very popular band. So we sent it to the Shadows and they recorded it 4 years later. I was 18 when they recorded it.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah.
And something incredible too, because I see that you well know you play with Adam Faith and the Roulette.
Yeah,
Uh,
when I was 16, I joined. Yeah, I turned professional when I was 16. So
yeah,
I've never done anything else, Pascal.
yes, and you play. You have the opportunity to open for the Beatles, to play on the same stage of the Beatles.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we played at Wembley Arena twice with them. Yeah, in the we played at the NME Poll Winners concert. We played with them at we played with them twice. We played with them. It was called it was a show. It was a show for handicapped children, basically. That was with the Beatles and the Stones and the Dave Clark Five. Yeah.
And do you feel at this time that there will be, because they are not very so popular at this time, at the beginning of the 60s, do you feel something special in this band? And do you feel that they will become so huge? Because,
Yeah, that they were special, Pascal. They were special. I saw them first of all when they had their first single in England, before they were popular in America, and they were really, really good band. And I couldn't believe the great tunes, the great songs, you know. And then, you know, became quite friendly with them. You know, we became. I produced Ringo. I
yes,
produced, I produced Ringo. I did. I did. I was with him for about a month producing him, and my father died, but that was a big problem. But I loved him. I love him very much. He's a great guy.
and it was easy to write with Ringo. You
Well,
write some songs.
he came to my house. I saw him in a club in London, and I heard this voice. I was walking into this club. It was Tramps in London. Right? This voice went, "Russ, got any songs? Got any songs?" So I went and sat with him. You know, what are you looking for? And he said, "Hits." It was very he was very funny. He was very funny, but we both had too much to drink. He was lovely, and then we saw a lot of each other. He was coming into London. I was going into London to see him, and we got on really well, you know. And he said, "Do you want to produce them?" I said, "Yeah, I can produce them, like you do." And we put down 5 backing tracks. It sounded really, really strong. It's he's got some great backing tracks there. But my dad died, and that was finished.
Mm.
But we went to Copenhagen, stayed at the Plaza. He carried my cases upstairs. He opened he opened the he opened the door of the suite. You know, he said, "Oh, your suite's bigger than mine." But he was great. I mean, he's such a lovely. I love him. Love the man. You know, love him.
And you tell me that you are a producer too. because you produce many things. I see that you work with Roger Daltrey. You produce Roger Daltrey
Yeah,
for the second solo.
yeah, I did his first two solo albums. I did,
Uh-huh.
and at the same time we did Leo's first album at Roger's house, and then after that I did Roger's Ride a Rock Horse album, and then I toured with Roger. I toured the next album with him. He asked me if I go on the road with him. He said, come on the road with me to America and sing your own songs, sing a couple of." So he was singing most of the songs, you know, and I did two songs, and he was just banging a tambourine, you know, and but he was great. But the big problem with touring Roger then was that the crowd, after every song, was going, "Who, who, who, who." They only wanted to hear Who songs, you know.
Ah, yeah.
So we ended up doing all Who songs, you know.
They just want the Who songs, in fact.
Yeah, that's all they wanted to hear. Yeah.
Ah, yes, it was, yeah, of course, it was not easy, really. Uh, yes, how could you describe your relation with, you tell me about Ringo and you tell me about Roger Daltrey. How was it? How was your relation? Is it good friends to you?
Yeah, really good friends. Yeah, I was with Roger in the. He started an organization called called the Teenage Cancer Trust, where he was raising money for hospitals that
Mm,
trying to get um, wards for youngsters that were going into hospital with cancer, for young people to be together in hospital. And so he did that. I think it's raised about, I think, over 20 million pounds, raising money for that.
yeah,
I
it's
did that.
great.
I did that with him for 12 years in London,
Mhm.
and oh, he's a good friend. I haven't seen so much of him recently, but he's a good friend. I think he's a very good friend.
To finish, perhaps one or two questions. So now you know that you will go in Dutchland. You are touring. Do you know if you one day you will come in France, in Paris, and in all over the France?
If Pascal, if someone will invite me, I will come. No one invites me anywhere.
I hope that's.
No,
I hope that somebody,
I'm
not me,
always,
not a
I'm always at
producer.
home. I'm always, and I do go out sometimes. But I love going to Portugal. I play at the casino a lot in Portugal, and my great friend Emmanuel and his family are always there. Always there. He said, "I want you to come to play for us in Portugal." I went out to Portugal. I've been playing there now for about 12 years. I get probably longer than 12 years. Almost every year, because he was one that said, "I want you to come out and play." Now you go there and it's fabulous, fabulous crowds, and Germany's the same. We go to Germany. We're playing mainly this time in Bavaria, southern Germany, and it's fantastic. The audience is great. They sing all the songs. They know all the songs. So,
Mm.
I get them to sing. It's nice.
What is your feeling when you see Brian May play on stage since you've been gone? He
We
covers
played it
this song.
together. I played it with Brian. Brian came to my show, and Rick
Okay.
Wakeman. You know Rick Wakeman? You know,
Yeah.
Rick. I spoke to Brian. I said, "I'm doing a show in London." He went, "Oh, I'll come. I'll come and do that with you." So we did the whole of the second half. We did the whole of the second half together.
Uh,
And his young girlfriend, she was great as well. She came on and sang some songs. But he was great. He
yeah.
played all my songs. "Hold Your Head Up," "God Gave Rock and Roll to You," "Since You've Been Gone." Um, it was brilliant. It was brilliant. But he said to me, going back years ago, when I spoke to him on the phone, but after he'd done "Since You've Been Gone," he phoned me and said, "Russ, how do you think I could do it?" He said, "I've recorded it, but I'd love to do some of it different, so it's not the same as the Rainbow version." And he
Uh-huh.
stopped his car. He said, "I'm just going to stop my car. We can have a chat." He said, And he said to me a lovely thing. He said, I've been heavily influenced by your writing throughout the years, which I thought was lovely. And he ended up coming on stage with me. I thought that's beautiful. And
Yeah.
doing the second half with me.
Lot of people who are in the I will say hard rock ways or something like that know you also with the cover like gave rock and roll to you with Kiss. A lot
Yeah,
of
but
fans of Kiss.
I've never. Yeah, we've never. We did do a show together, but we didn't go on the stage together. But we did do a show on the same stage, but at the same same evening. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's a shame really because they've been good for me. You know, they've done New York Groove. You know, they've
It's
done
really
Pete Chris did a couple of my tunes. You know, so they've been good for me. Kiss.
yeah. It's so just to finish, if you have to present this new album, which is
Mm.
very important finally because there are 13 songs. You say the last song is the last Amen. What will you say to somebody who just hear a song about this album, and how will you present this album to a French people?
To the
To
French people,
French,
uh,
yeah.
I would say it.
I don't hear you.
Yeah. Do you hear me now?
Yeah, good, good.
You can hear me. It isn't. Don't take that literally. That's not literal. That it's my last. I'm singing from the viewpoint of a kid that's in the choir with all these grown men, that are sort of not being as they should be to the kids. And the kids are saying this. They're saying this. We've been in this. We've been in the pulpit, in the choir. We've been in the church. We've been here for years and years, and it makes us feel like we don't want to follow this anymore. That was the idea of the song. That's the last amen. The kid is singing that my last
Yes.
amen. This is my last amen. That's the idea, man.
To say goodbye, I will say, I know that you speak a little French. Can you send me some French word to say goodbye to French people?
Au
And
revoir. À toute l'heure. Bonne chance. What did we say? Yeah, bonne chance. Je t'aime, je t'aime, je t'aime. Je t'aime, la France. I love Saint-Tropez. I love the south of France. I love to go there. I just love the place. Love Paris. I love French people. I love human beings, Pascal, like
uh,
yourself. We aren't separate from each other.
yes, me too. I love
We are
human
not
beings.
separate. You want the same things as me in life, don't you?
Uh-huh.
You want to feel loved. You want to be loved. You want to give love. You want peace and understanding. Everybody wants that.
Mhm.
Anyone with sanity wants that. They all want to feel loved. You want children. You want to love your children. You want your children to love you, and you want your friends. And
Yeah.
everybody's the same in it, whether they're in Africa
Uh-huh.
or France or Russia or anywhere. Really, that's what they want. Maybe not the politicians, but the people do.
Yes, but people, a lot of people are like you and me. Yes, finally, you are only a human being, and we
Yeah.
try to get all the same thing. That's what we feel in your song.
Oh, that's lovely. That's the idea. That's what I want to. That's what I want to put across, Pascal. That's what I believe in. That's what I want. That's what I want to leave behind.
So, thank you very much, really, Russ,
Pascal.
for this interview because it was really a pleasure to talk to you, to learn something too, and it's really a nice interview. So really, thank you for
You
Metal
are.
Ops.
I love your face. You've got a fabulous face. I love your way. You've got a beautiful way. It's beautiful.
Thank
Beautiful.
you too, you too, and
Yeah. God bless, Pascal.
thank you. Bye bye. Thank
Bye,
you.
bye, bye, bye.
Thank you.